Hello, welcome to Octane Adventurer. This is my collection of cars, and Octane Adventurer is my new YouTube channel, which I'm going to be using to show my life and a bit about my Octane adventures in these three little beasts. The car I've had the longest is my little yellow Mini. It's a 1030 engine, 286 camshaft. It's got a light and flywheel, straight cut gearbox, straight cut drop gears, and I've just had it repainted. It's absolutely lovely. It's my favourite little car, and yeah, put a lot of time and effort into it, putting new interior in it. It's looking good. It's just got a new headliner as well, and the paint is nice and fresh. It's got running 10 by 4.5 inch wheels. It's got disc brakes on the front, drums on the rear. It's got an RC40 centre exit exhaust system. And it's yeah, beautiful really. A few little bits I need to just tidy up when I've just completed it, and it will be getting an engine change this year. It's going to have a 1310 which I'm building at the moment. But yeah, lovely little thing. I think it's Mark III. I've had it since I was 17 years old. It was my first car. I'm going to be changing the steering wheel in it because this one's quite old and it's showing its age a little bit now. But yeah, I retrimmed the rear seats and I take my daughter in it, so it's got a little seat belt so I can take her out for a little mini adventure with us. It's got the Mini Sport 4-pot calipers and SPAC suspension all round, and I'm also running some nice sticky tyres, Yokohama, sorry. They're 165 by 70 R10s, and they are the 032Rs. Really good little car. Got to have a bit of a cafe racer theme in it, and it reminds everybody a bit of Mr. Bean. My other car, which is my newest purchase, is this. It's called a Formula 27. It was built in 2003 and took some of the running gear off, I believe, a Ford Cortina. So it's got a 5-speed gearbox, but it's actually running a 2-litre Vauxhall red top engine, which should, in its day, have about 150 brake. It's got quite peculiar suspension design because the suspension's inboard, but it handles quite nicely. I've done about 150 miles in it. I've only had it a day at the moment, but yeah, it's running quite nicely, and it's a credit to the person who built it because it's a beautiful car. It's been finished to a high standard, and to say it's 17 years old is amazing, really. Goes well. It's got twin Webers on it rather than the injection, normal Vauxhall injection, and I'll show you under the engine bay. So just pop these. I might not have very good lights in it, but I haven't test driven it in the dark yet. It probably won't get driven in the dark, to be fair, but yeah, we'll just have a look underneath. So yeah, that's it. That's the Vauxhall red top. It's all been colour coded, and as you can see, it's just like brand new, really. I've tanned up the exhaust a little bit because I've been giving it a bit more beans than probably the previous owners, but yeah, it's really tidy. I love the mini lights on it. It's got 13-inch wheels on it. I do need to change the tyres because they're looking a bit aged now, and they're stunners, so I don't think they're the most grippiest tyres in the world, and I plan to do a few track days. But there's the inboard suspension. It's quite trick, and you can wind it up and down as you please, make it a bit more firmer ride or softer, but I think it's set fairly soft at the moment. I've not played with it, but I'll have a look at it later. Yeah, running on a Dizzy at the moment. I don't plan on putting it on electronic ignition. I just fancy leaving it like it is, really. And then twin 45 Webers. So it's not the most fuel efficient thing in the world, but that's not what it's about, really. The Mini's pretty good, to be fair. It does about 45 to the gallon, which is handy, and it's a lovely little thing to take on trips, but the engine's very highly tuned, so it makes it hard work. This, obviously, you have to wear helmets in it because it's only got the tiny little aero screen, which is quite happy to have. It's quite nice. You don't really need a roof in these cars. What I do need to advise is always wear a helmet, because I was driving down the motorway the other day and somebody came and hit me in the head straight away, so just protect yourselves and always wear a helmet in these sort of things. But I quite like the fact that it's got the flip up bonnet. It gives good access. I suppose if having one that you just lift off would give good access, but it's quite handy for doing your bits and bobs. And this is my daily driver. I've had two R53 Mini Coopers. This one's better. It's a John Cooper Works, and it's one of the later ones, facelift model. It's got the big brake kit on it, so it's got the John Cooper Works brake kit, which you can see on there. It's a bit dirty at the moment, sorry, but I'm driving it as my daily driver. It's also got a limited slip diff on the front. It's been well maintained car. It's only 3 owners from new, and it's obviously 15 years old now. John Cooper Works exhaust, John Cooper Works on the head, and there's a badge which confirms what it is. Love it really, goes really well. Supercharged, Eaton 45 supercharger, and has 210 brake horsepower. It's probably actually the fastest car of the 3 of them, if I'm honest, from getting to A to B. It's got my child seat in it at the moment, because that's what I ferry somewhere around in. And it's also got the chrono pack, so you can see that it's got the extra dials in the centre, which are quite handy. I use them a fair bit, but I'll just give you a closer look. Cloth interior, and the seats are fairly grippy. The last one I had the leather interior, and the cloth is actually a lot better if you're driving a bit more sportier. But like I say, it's a tidy little car, really happy with it. And it goes well, 6 gears. It's not very fuel efficient, does about 30 to the gallon, but yeah, I don't really care because I don't do many miles in it. But yeah, I'll give, once I get more into the channel, I'll show you some videos of the cars moving around and going. But yeah, they're my cars for now. I hope you enjoyed the little hello from myself. I'm the Octane Adventurer, and I'll be sharing my experiences and journeys with this. I'll go into a bit more detail on each car later. So yeah, I'll be doing adventures in the cars. My neighbour's got a bit of a love for cars as well, and vehicles, so I'll be documenting what he's got, I'm sure, and he's going to buy a new car soon, which I'll do a little video on, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. But yeah, thank you very much. If you would like to like the video, if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you can do, please. And also, if you get chances, you could go onto my Instagram and like that if you would do, and start following me on Instagram. I'm Octane_adventurer, and that's the adventurer, not adventures, because I couldn't have that one because it's already gone. But yeah, lovely to meet you all. Hope you're well. Be interested to hear what you've all got and what you do, and yeah, thank you very much for listening to me.